Welcome to Max Speed Podcast number uno.
Number one
And,
customer.
Yeah. I got my brother here for the first podcast. And
right.
So I guess what do you want to explain what you do for a living?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, my name's Eddie Willson, Max's older brother. It's just me and him. Yeah, I went to Boise State University. Went to automotive school there basically. So it was a 3-year program, and I've just been mainly just working on being an auto mechanic for the last close to 15. Almost 15 years now.
Dang.
Working on cars. So
That's crazy. So you what was the first shop you worked at?
Going through school, I went through a bunch of internships, and working at various dealerships. I worked at worked at a Dodge dealership. Worked at a Nissan dealership. I kind of figured that was the best way to, you want to be a mechanic, work at the dealership. But I quickly found out dealership was not my jam. I didn't really like, how they really treated the mechanics per se. It was just a lot of politics that I didn't resonate very well with. So I tried that route for a little bit. I would say, my first real job though was at Sears Automotive Center at the Boise Town Square Mall.
Are they even open still?
No, that place is gone. But that was pretty wild. I was quite young when I started working there, and I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like automotive is I've been able to learn quickly, just for doing stuff in childhood, playing with Legos or tinkering around in the garage. Yeah. Dad restores cars, or he would let me clean some parts on the wire wheel here and there, and just tear apart motors and all that type of stuff. So things came quick to me.
Yeah, because you did the remember, you had the engine RC cars. Remember that? Yeah. I kind of dabbled into RC car stuff, and it was fun, but man, it was a pain in the ass, man. Honestly, really, those things are so small and so finicky. It wasn't worth it. Now the battery power stuff these days are. It kind of seems like. Because I remember our batteries would only last, our electric ones would only last for 15 minutes if you're lucky.
Oh yeah,
or maybe even 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was cool at the time, but it wasn't even worth it. Most of the time you're on the charger, Damn.
Remember when we used to race our RC cars at the mall, at the Karcher Mall, and someone would always mix up the antenna,
oh
thing,
yeah,
and then the cars would just start just going all over the place because someone had the same number.
Yeah. Back in the day, you had to you had to go around before your heat and make sure the other people didn't have your crystals. Otherwise, you're trying to make your car go left, but it's going right and full speed into the into the wall, and then you break an A-arm, and then you're shit out of luck. So I think they got that dialed down now.
That was funny.
Yeah, but going back to automotive. I worked at Sears for a couple years, and then from there, I was Sears was a tire center, and then I went to another tire center Les Schwab, and that was a good company to work for. I worked there for a couple years, and then I decided to move down to Southern California in 2008, and from there actually I met a really cool dude, an Indian guy, and from actual India, and he was really cool. He actually really gave me a good opportunity to work on European cars, working on like BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, Volvo, and I feel like that's where I grew the most in my automotive career. He really taught me like to actually really like take pride in the type of work that I did. As far as he told me, you know, from the day one, he goes, "You're not a mechanic." He goes, "You're a technician, and these people pay good money for their cars, and you know, being meticulous and things like that really matter with these types of cars and these types of clientele." So sometimes it's bit me in the ass, taking a little bit too much time or too much attention to detail, but I feel like it's a good resignation for the type of work that I like to do. It's very meticulous. I like to be clean, but it's not always the fastest way either. So I can see the both sides of that, but
right on. So like, and then you worked on like the Mini Coopers, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
When
So
you took me to Compton that one time.
Oh yeah,
that was
yeah,
kind of funny.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, towards the end there, I was working at a Mini Cooper specialty shop, and and they didn't say that they were in Compton. It was called Dominguez Hills, but that shit was Compton.
Well, I remember because I visited my brother in L.A. and he took me to his job, and he's like, "Max, can you go into the gas station to pay for this gas?" I'm like, "Sure." And I go in there, it's like just really ghetto, and there's like bulletproof like plexiglass inside.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And then as we're driving to your work, like the roads were just terrible condition, and I'm like, "This is kind of ghetto." And Eddie's, you're all like, "Yeah, we're in Compton."
Oh yeah. Yeah, well,
kind of funny.
That particular like area that we were in, like Business Park, that place was known for like you ever see those videos where there's a crowd of people?
Oh, and they're doing drifting?
They're doing the donuts, and then some guy like gets wiped, like gets hit by the car, and they go flying and shit.
I was just seeing one of those videos the other day.
Yeah, like Max, seriously, like this was where it was at.
Oh.
Like there was just burnout marks everywhere. And I never
massive potholes too.
Yeah, oh dude, it was bad. But so that's where it was at. But you know, I don't know. Nothing ever really weird happened
During the day,
No, nothing ever really happened there. But it was a cool shop, and we worked on Mini Coopers only. And one thing about Mini Cooper owners is they like no matter what, it's like a child. They'll do anything to fix their Mini Cooper. They're in love with their cars.
Well, you had a Mini Cooper. You liked it.
I did, yeah. I had a Mini Cooper. Actually, at the shop before, the Mini Cooper was abandoned because it had a seized engine, and so I picked that up for $600 and took it back home, and that was kind of my project to get it running, and then it became my daily driver until I moved up here to Idaho. So
that's cool. The do you want to mention your dumpster throwing days?
Yeah. Oh.
Because that was next, right? After that.
Yeah. So I
days.
decided to move back to Idaho just to be closer, you know, to mom and dad and stuff, and you and I don't know. I feel like I kind of just needed to change back to LA and just like rediscover what Idaho was all about. And then I got a job at Perfection Tire and Auto in Middleton. That was that was fun. So I started making these short little like 20-second clippets of I would take random parts that I had replaced on cars, and there was this old
broken
dumpster.
items that you just
they were gonna be thrown away anyways. But like there's this dumpster that was like I don't know, like 20 or 30 yards away or whatever. And It was hilarious because like this dumpster almost kind of became famous. It was just me throwing shit into the dumpster, and half the time the dumpster was halfway empty, and it would just make this loud like boom. You know?
You would
But,
you'd swing it over your head.
Yeah, like swing it backwards, like do like a little spinorama and like throw it. Half the time I'd miss, and then I'd speed up the video and watch me like running over to grab the part and coming back, and throwing it again and missing, and like that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
I actually got a lot of people that messaged me about like how entertaining.
It was almost like motivating. You're like, yeah, you threw it in.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I finally got it, you know. Or like, like there was a point in time where I was changing out a bunch of like Ford V8 intake manifolds, and they're made out of plastic. But when I would miss, they'd hit the ground and just like explode into a bunch of pieces. So by the end of missing like 3-4 times, it would just like be this broken ass plastic like intake manifold that's just been thrown through the air like until I finally got it in the dumpster. It's hilarious.
So like today, what would you work on today?
So today, like normally a day, I had another project that was, from over the weekend, and it's just some services on a Chevy Suburban. It was reaching 100,000 miles, so I had recommended a bunch of like tranny service, change out the spark plugs, service the differentials, did a brake fluid flood, just little, maintenance stuff. And then I did a brake job, just today mostly was just maintenance type of stuff, and it was, pretty straightforward. It wasn't anything like, problems
Insane.
or anything like that.
Has there ever been like a project where it was like what was your biggest project?
I've done like, I would say probably the biggest projects are like when you have to change like timing chains or anything like that on a V6 front wheel drive. I want to say it's like, this probably isn't the biggest one, but like I had a Saturn, I think it was a Saturn Outlook or View or something like that, but it had a V6 engine and so the engines are mounted transversely, so they're sideways, and I had to change out the timing chains and guides and stuff like that were making a bunch of noise. In order for you to do that job, you pretty much have to lower the entire subframe with the engine and transmission down, and then basically lift the car up off of the engine, and then you gain access to all that other stuff. Those can be tedious, and they take a good amount of time. Yeah. I'll say this though, like, yeah, I'm a mechanic. I work on a lot of different cars, and one day is never going to be the same. However, like, I worked on European cars forever, so still to this day, I'll work on cars that I've never touched before or done the jobs before ever.
So let me ask you this: is there like a particular car that, like, when it shows up, you're always just like, oh no, not this one? like a car that you really hate to work on?
Yeah, there's certain cars. There's certain cars, they're just pain in the ass, Like I was saying, like the front wheel drive cars, some of them they shoehorn the engine and transmission in there, or just like, or sometimes you're shaking your head, scratching your head, you're like, what in the F were these engineers thinking? Like, why would you put this bolt in this way when you could just turn it around the other way? And then like now you have to take off all these other brackets, like, fucked up. Like, this, seriously, it's messed up, dude. And there's like hacks, like there's little like little shortcuts from working. There's shortcuts you know how to do, or sometimes like screw this, I'm gonna cut this bolt off, because I'll get another bolt and I'll put it in the other way, and then now we're good. I solved it. It just saved me a bunch of time. So I wouldn't not off the top of my head where I see a car and I'm like, oh fuck that thing.
So is there like a car when you see it and you're like get really excited? You're like, oh yeah, this will be like no problem, like no matter what, or
no? I would say the fun things in our job are
just the unknown.
Well, okay. There's two parts to this. Sometimes it's really fun when a customer they want to do something really cool to their car, like they want to upgrade it, or they want to make it look different or sound different, or a real car enthusiast. It's not just there for a repair. They want to maybe make it go faster, or put some different suspension on, or put so that type of stuff is fun. But it could also be a pain in the ass because a lot of aftermarket parts they don't fit the same like they do original factory. So
yeah,
sometimes you can fight around with that, or you have to modify the part a little bit to fit, or like the Jeep Gladiator thing that we did for Mom and Dad's. They didn't give us all the hardware. It's missing. So well, fuck. Now what? Now you have to go find it, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass. I'll say this, dude. Some people are. Here's the cars I hate the worst.
Like the people who don't take care of them.
Well, not only that, but the inside, the interior. There's some cars, dude. Oh, you open up the door, and there's 30 McDonald's bags that have been sitting in their back for years, and it's 100 degrees outside, and that shit has been baking. And then the little milkshake in the console is just smells like rotten milk, dude. Nasty, dude.
Does that smell leak into the engine?
No, that part's fine. That part's fine. But dude, you have to get in that car to move it, and or test drive it afterwards, or the worst is you get these GMC Yukons or whatever, right? And 5 kids had a fucking cereal party in the back, and they spilled everything in the back seats, and just there's I've seen it all, dude. Dirty diapers.
Ew.
Yeah. Just or you'll get the jock's car, who all of his baseball gear and cleats are chilling in the back seat, and it's oh, it smells like sweat, dirty sweat, and gross. Yeah. Or and then you get the guy who yeah, it's he missed his, he does chew in his lip, and then he misses the bottle every time. And it's just all over the dash, and it's or on the seat or on the side of the door. Gross, dude.
Now, are there people who maybe have peed in the car? Have you ever smelled that?
Peed in the car.
Urine?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Kids. I'm sure kids. Well, you look at the car seat and you're like, damn, poor kid. Yeah, he's messy, but clean it up. You're you're gonna put him back in there? That's disgusting. Or him or her or whatever. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the gnarliest things I saw though recently, actually at the shop I'm working at now, this car got towed in, and there was a some type of rock chuck or whatever had crawled up into the engine compartment and somebody had started it and it
Oh,
chewed his belly wide open, and there was just guts everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to take the pressure washer to that. Yeah, I was like, what a way to
jeez.
go. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Hang on, I gotta go.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Oh, here, I got one for you.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Huh? You want to open it up?
All right, here.
Wait. All right.
Oh, that was a beauty open.
It was a beauty, eh? Oh, I got a question for you. So I know you're a big fan of electric cars, right?
No, no, dude. Fuck no, dude. I honestly, I haven't even touched maybe a Prius to do a brake job or like little, because they have another engine. I worked on the engine on the electric car, but this Tesla stuff or like all this.
Let me ask you this. So, like, have you ever had to, like, change brakes on a Tesla? Because that's got to be, like, the same, right? Like, the tire, like...
Honestly...
Or do you just
Here-
not even know?
I have not.
Oh.
I have not.
That's the thing I'm curious about is, like, is the structure, like... Not talking about the engine, but, like... Are like, the axles and, like, the suspension, is that, like, all the same, I
Well,
wonder?
So, you start... Here's my thought on it, because I have not even touched. I've never even taken a tire off on a Tesla. Yes, the braking is probably going to be the exact,
Yeah.
like the theory should be the same,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure they over-engineered. You know, because
I don't think they have drum brakes, do they?
oh
Just
god, they have rear drums.
They have drum brakes to save on the electricity.
Wow.
On the battery. That would be funny.
Unless they can, yeah, no, that's a hard no.
Yeah, no. Those sucked.
Unless they could somehow. Well, the theory is like braking is a form of energy making, right? So
Mhm.
like, so they try to harness that.
Yeah.
So, dude, I don't even know. Like, I'm sure.
Like what?
I'm sure I could
'Cause-
change them out. Yes, but
Oh.
you would probably need like a specialized computer to like deactivate the whole system
No.
while you're pushing in the calipers, and then they probably need like you need to tell the car like, oh, I changed the brake pads, and then recalibrate it and
A lot of
like
electronics.
all that, because they do that because they don't want the public to change brakes out. It's too easy to change brakes out. So they'd rather have you take it to Tesla so they can charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, because we went to, our father went to a car show about a month ago, remember? And
the Capitol.
yeah, and of course there was an amazing like selection of old vintage cars and stuff, but like they also had like a lot of electric cars they were showing off, and they just
Nobody was looking at him. Remember?
yeah, it was like
No one gave a shit about the electric cars.
yeah, it was something like they lacked like character.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing to it.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you want to like go check out a car that you could like manifest on the Sims game or whatever?
Well, remember when we saw the one? I can't remember what dealer or what company made it. Maybe it was like I think it might have been like a Honda.
Oh, the Hyundai.
Yeah, it was just a big box.
Yeah,
and that was like a battery, and that was it. And you're just like, this just doesn't look as entertaining as like a 50s like vintage engine, you know? Like there's just something just lacking.
Oh,
in the excitement.
It was the most boring looking car I've ever seen. Seriously, like it was
Yeah.
all smooth and shit, and they had zero character.
I'm sure they drive fine, but
Like
it
the
just-
Pontiac Aztec from Breaking Bad. That's
Mhm.
what it looked like. Arguably the world's worst fucking car. The Pontiac
Yeah.
Aztec.
It looked just like that, but a little bit worse actually.
Well, it was a little
was,
bit
like,
more
boxier.
slimline. But that
Yeah.
thing was who
Yeah, I don't know.
who would want to drive that? What?
Okay, I got another question.
Low T to drive that fucking car.
Yeah. Talking about electric cars, I always wondered though how long those batteries last, because it just seems like eventually, if the battery ever like dies, when I mean dies, like just doesn't charge, or the charge doesn't last as long, like you're screwed.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like replacing a battery in a normal battery in a car.
Yeah. You know what? I honestly haven't done any research on that. I don't know. Here's the thing.
Or my other question, like, I know you don't know any answers to this, but like, what happens if you get in like a massive wreck with one of those electric cars and you toast the battery? Well, I guess if you get in a wreck with any car, you're pretty much toast anyways.
Well,
yeah.
Well, the thing is that I'm assuming there's some type of like lithium-ion battery. If you puncture them, I don't know. I don't know anything about those types of cars, but batteries can explode. Like,
shit.
Yeah, and like, so I'm sure they've gone through all the protocols, everything, testing like 1,000 times and over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting. What is the shelf life of those batteries?
Yeah, because I mean,
are you going to still be driving the same one? Like, because people hold on to their cars.
Yeah.
Are you going to still be driving your Tesla 200,000 miles? Have they rated them for that long?
Because I just think of what worries me about it is I think of like my iPhone. The iPhone batteries don't last a whole long. Like they don't last long, you know.
Right.
They go out very fast, and it seems like there's like an actual art to preserving batteries.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like you don't want it to run out all the way, or it just seems like because I'm a geek, you know, I just see people just abusing batteries all the time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it doesn't seem like a good idea to put that in like one of the most important tools of your life, which is like a car.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
like,
well,
could you imagine one day you're like, all right, battery's full, here we go, and then you're a mile away from home, and then it drops all the way down to like 1%. You're like,
right,
shit.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, not everything lasts forever, and
yeah.
even a car engine doesn't last forever. But I feel like they're more. So here's what I want to know: is like the tools that I work with at work, like the Milwaukee impact guns and you know, whatever. So there's battery packs in there, but they do have like a set amount of charges. Like they put in a chip where they're like you know, like you can only charge this thing like, I don't know, like let's just say like 300 times, and then all of a sudden it starts playing stupid where like it'll say it's fully charged, and then like the battery doesn't last for shit. Yeah. So I would hope that Tesla or one of those other people, like I said, I have not done research on this, so I do not know.
Yeah.
But I otherwise, like, you have to put a shelf life on certain things. Otherwise, like, they'll last longer than the manufacturer wants them to, and then they don't make any money.
Yeah.
So it's kind of messed up. But in a way, like, that's how they make their money is they have to put some type of a shelf life on it.
It's like I said, the thing that concerns me is it's not like a Game Boy, you know, where it's like, oh man, like this battery's obviously like taking a shit on me. This is like, fuck, I'm 30 miles away from home. My battery just took a shit on me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that does not sound like a fun experience. Like, it's like an inconvenience that's like way too inconvenient. It's not just like, you're not just dicking around on a iPhone, you know, and it goes bad. Or, you know,
yeah.
it's just something I just feel like I just don't want a chance, you know?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that goes for petrol engines too, you know? Like, people get stranded or
that's true.
The engine catches fire. You see cars that burn down on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like that stuff happens. And I think you have to be,
I just feel like the engine is more mechanical, and it just feels like if something if something is wrong with it, you at least have a chance to like fix it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or you have that hope of, oh well, maybe if I just like tweak this wire a little bit, it'll start or something.
Yeah.
But like with a dead battery, you're just like, it's dead. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just a scary thought. I don't know.
Well, Max, like ever since, since me and you, even mom, dad were alive, like the internal combustion engine has been the primary power source for automotives.
Yeah.
Automobiles. And unfortunately, as much as I like him,
Seems like it's going in that direction.
we're inevitably like going in another direction. Yeah. Like, and I think that gas cars will always be around. Maybe, probably, I don't know, long after we're gone, maybe it might be all electric cars. Who knows? But I think that's just kind of the reality of the thing. It's just, it's a tough subject. I really don't know, man. I don't know. But I'll tell you this.
Well, only time will tell, right?
Yeah. At this point in time right now, for as long as I've been a career mechanic, I really don't have any desire to try to learn electric cars, unless I were to go all in, like if all in. Anyway, side joke. Unless like I struck a job with like Tesla, and then like I was solely focused on, then maybe. But like if my shop comes up with some janky computer and they're like, oh, this says it can work on Tesla, like give it a go. Like, no thanks, dude.
No thanks.
Yeah, no, we're good.
That's funny. Yeah. It's interesting because I was talking to Dad about this. What's kind of sad, again, about the car show that we went to is it seems like maybe even this is a far stretch, but the 2000s might be like the last decade where any like classic car could exist, and those are like only like the real fancy expensive cars.
Yeah,
like the typical car from the 2000s, like no one wants to see that shit. You know what I mean? It's just like all too generic,
right?
Like it's like the classic car show is like just stuck in one era.
Right,
it seems like it. Like you're never gonna go to a car show and be like, oh whoa, look at this 2004 Ford van. Like, no one's ever gonna say that,
No. Well, I think what makes a classic car is, as the cars are getting newer, they want, what's their sole purpose? Excuse me. They want to make them more efficient, right?
Yeah.
So how do you make a car more efficient? You make them lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So, then you put the front and rear bumpers on it. They're made out of plastic, and everything is just made as light as can be, and that doesn't really resonate with a classic car. Like, what's a classic car? Something like Dad's Austin Healey Bug Eye Sprite. Like, he hand pounded that hood and worked it on the English wheel. I mean, that thing's a piece of art. Like, he molded that out of steel and welded it and grinded and what are you gonna do? Plastic weld the bumper together and then smooth it out? And like, no, you can't. Like, that's unless.
The only thing I could think of is if you, if someone's willing to remake those plastic pieces for you to buy,
right,
and then put them back on. But I just or just take any generic like car from the 2000s. It just, like, no one's looking at that going, whoa, remember this car? Like, it's all just like looked at as like junk.
Yeah, I'd say probably the last
Kind of the 90s, huh?
Yeah, the 90s. Like, I remember, somebody I really admire a lot. He's super famous, Ken Block, but he loves those old Fords, like the Ford Escort Cosworth. Like those had plastic bumpers and stuff like that, but that was like a super cool rally car, or he loves his the Ford RS 200, which is like a mid-engine rally car. I'm sure there's plastic on there too, but they did a really good job of, maybe they got some aftermarket parts or whatever to make it nice. But yeah, that was really kind of like the mold between the two, and I'm kind of a Ford guy, so I'm like go towards that. But I'm sure there's more. You know what I mean? And
I don't. You're right. It's something about the '90s, even the '80s. It's like the look of the cars. Just kind of seems like it's just gotten to the point where, like it's just all universal look. Like there's no like unique, like a unique look. Like whoa, look at that,
Yeah.
Almost like homes in a way. Like homes are just like cookie cutter now,
Yeah, especially
kind of the same way,
Yeah, especially everything developing around here. Like they're just throwing up subdivisions left and right, and they all look the same. And they're like 5 feet apart from each other. So you like, God forbid you have two windows right next to you, so you see your neighbors naked and shit.
Yeah, or you hear them making love.
No. Yeah. So I don't know. You'll have classics like the the new Mustangs if they're not electric. Like the Camaros. Like I'm sure Dodge has some stuff that'll be classics. Maybe in 20 years or so. But I don't even want to know what 20 years is gonna look like from now, dude. It's kind of a little bit sad. I don't know.
It is. It's kind of like I think the homes is kind of a good analogy. Kind of like how, because you look at homes from like 50s and 60s and all the way up to like the 90s, and they're all like unique,
Yeah,
like
yeah, very much so.
And then like in the 2000s, they just all started becoming like cookie cutter.
Yeah. Well, hey, dude, remember? Okay, so the trip we took on yesterday, on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
We jumped in the Jeep Gladiator, and that'll probably be a classic.
Yeah, that will probably be a classic. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, but we took this awesome drive up this dirt road for about 20 miles, and we ended up in this super old historic town, Placerville, and we visited a cemetery that was mostly populated at the turn of the 1900s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some people 1900s. Did you see the uniqueness of all those headstones and everything like that? There was not one that was the same.
No.
They were all
Except for
hand chiseled out of everything they had. They had wrought iron gates around them. If you go to like maybe cemetery nowadays, like depending, I don't know if they do this anymore, but they all look, everything's the same. It's just a little thing on the ground, and I don't know. There's no uniqueness. It's going away almost.
Yeah, it's almost like, because I was gonna say, it's almost like
streamlining it.
Because back then you have to remember, like in the 1800s, the population was a lot smaller. So I wonder what's happening is maybe the population is just so big.
Well,
it's just not efficient to be like unique. You almost just have to just pump the shit out.
Well, you're right about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but yeah, that's the sad reality. It seems like things just aren't like special,
Not really. There's no like individualism on those types of things is kind of getting away from how you individualize yourself is what, like, by social media now.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what does your Instagram look like? Well, that must be you, like, because otherwise, how else are you gonna like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I was gonna ask, did you ever see the photo of the Apple,
Jesus.
the Apple car.
Oh no.
Oh.
Do I even want to watch? Do I even want to see
Dude,
this?
I
thing?
have to bring this up.
Oh no.
Hold on, you gotta look at this. I gotta bring this up because you're gonna laugh your ass off. You want to look at an ugly car, huh? Oh my god! It literally looks like the mouse. This is what they speculate it will look
Oh
like.
god. Oh dude, I don't. Oh god. Are you serious? A fucking boring.
No windows.
That is the window. It's the huge thing.
No, so there's gonna be no windows. It's just all a TV screen, and it's gonna be self-driving.
Oh god. You gotta be that.
That's speculation, though. I don't know if that's
Oh,
what it
but-
like.
Well, those concept cars are always like
Yeah, they're always out
super
there.
out there.
Yeah,
But still,
people were making fun of it because it looks like the mouse.
it
you
does
know?
look like a mouse. There's like 2 buttons. You might as well put 2 buttons. And a little scroller thing in the middle. And like have a red glow underneath it.
with the laser.
With the laser, yeah.
That would be like the self-driving part.
Yeah.
Oh no, we might have just predicted the future.
Oh, fuck. We're all turned into computers.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching an interesting video today about how they're called dumb phones, where it's just like the phones back in the 2000s.
Yeah, like call and text.
Yeah,
And
those
Snake.
those are taking off again.
Oh,
Like
are
people
they really?
Yeah, people are like dumping their smartphones and getting what's called a dumb phone.
Oh, wow.
Cheaper bill every month, and then the battery lasts for like a week.
Oh, shit, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, because that thing had like...
My last normal phone, the battery would last literally, I think it lasted a month before I had to charge the thing. At one point, I like lost the charger because I hadn't used it in like a month.
Yeah. Shit.
I was like in 2010.
You know your years, man. I don't know. I don't remember
Jeez.
years for shit.
I know. I don't know how I remember all that.
'Cause you're a genius, dude. That's why.
Did you do the Rubik's Cube?
Can you do it juggling with 3?
No.
Yeah, that guy was insane. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, way too much time on his hands.
Fuck. That guy's definitely getting laid.
Yeah. Dude, it probably is,
He
man.
probably is. Damn it.
Yeah, damn.
If he's not getting laid, there's something going on there. Because, I mean, how do you juggle Rubik's Cubes and finish them and not get laid? I mean...
I do not know. Maybe he's like banging an Instagram model or something for followers. I don't know. Or vice versa. Whatever.
That's his OnlyFans, to watch him practice his Rubik's Cube thing.
I guess. Whatever.
Oh, man.
Okay, hey, beer break?
Yeah, beer break.
Okay, I need one too.
Yeah. Yeah, just like a little beer break.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
Hey, good conversation so far.
Yeah, I hope it's all right.
I mean, it's first one. I mean,
Are you going
who
to edit
knows?
this part out?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll edit this part out. Yeah.
Okay, so what next?
I think,
Wanna switch
CrossFit.
to CrossFit?
Yeah.
We talked about cars.
Yeah, we talked about cars. I don't think I have anything else to ask about cars.
You're doing a good job, man.
Yeah, I like the electric car idea though, because that's been, I mean, unfortunately, that's just like where it's headed, huh?
Yeah. There's no...
Fuck. Yeah, there's no stopping it.
Not really, dude.
They're getting cheaper too, like
Yeah.
$30,000. Not the Tesla ones, but the
Yeah.
I mean, the only good benefit I could think of. I mean, it would be pretty wild to just all you have to do is just plug it in and leave it there for like 7 hours.
Yeah, but then you're then you're limiting yourself. You're literally limiting yourself to a certain type of life.
Yeah.
Like, what if you?
Yeah, you
what if
can't
you
just-
fucking took a trip.
Yeah. Or you
and
can't.
Your battery's depleted.
Yeah.
And then what if you like instead
You can't
of just
go anywhere.
going to the fucking gas station,
Yeah.
putting more gas in,
Yeah, that's
and then now you're like, oh, I've kind of want to go to Boise to like go hang out with my girlfriend. Like, oh,
Nope.
hey, sorry, like,
I gotta wait 7 hours.
well, Tesla says it's 5 hours out. Like,
Exactly.
and I just missed out on some pussy.
Exactly. Like, you can't just hop in. You know, someone goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, you want to meet us over at the lake?"
You remember?
Like,
You know
like,
those stories where they're like, I'm horny.
yeah.
Like, I'm horny. Sorry, baby. I gotta let the car charge.
That would suck.
No wonder. Oh, fuck.
I know. Yeah, that's the problem. You can't just. Well, yeah. Or imagine if like Mike contacted and is like, "Hey, do you want to hang out on the pontoon boat?" And you can't because you gotta have your car charged.
Yeah,
you know?
hey, I'm waiting for an Uber with a gas car to come pick me up.
Well, okay? We got back on the car section, but did you ever see the video of the guy who had a Tesla and he was at the gas station filling up his generator because his battery had ran out?
Oh, you were telling me about that. Yeah.
So like this guy was like laughing his ass off filming him. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm filling up my gas generator. Why? My battery died."
Oh God. I don't know, dude.
It's like 2 steps more to just get to where you want
The
to go.
only way I could see that electric cars people would be laughing in our face is if somehow they
Well,
had
there-
like a shitload of solar panels on their house to charge their car, like pretty much like free energy.
Yeah, well, actually, I was gonna say, I forgot to mention they are building. I forgot to mention that they are building Tesla charge sites,
Yeah.
and these Tesla charge sites are like superchargers, where like they're designed to like fill or recharge your battery in like 30 minutes or something.
Oh wow.
But you're still, like you said, you're still stuck there for 30 minutes. Whereas, you know, with the gas, you just like watching your money go away. But at least you get there faster.
Yeah, what? Whoa. Those stations aren't free.
No, I don't think they're free.
No, they're not, dude. When we were in Vegas, remember we were in Vegas? They had little charging ports things. Well, there's a convenient place to put your card in too. It ain't free.
Yeah, it's not free.
Maybe it's cheaper, but it's not free.
Yeah, but the biggest thing to, like you said, the biggest thing is just time. I mean, I'm sorry, but I would rather deal with Biden's gas prices than to sit there for 30 minutes charging my
Wow.
battery. You
And
know,
that'll
whereas,
go down. And that'll go down. I
whereas
think.
my $60 is gone in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Okay,
Okay,
this time
one
for
more.
real.
Okay,
Give me a
for
beer.
real.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Got a little bit of a
Yeah.
I always feel bad when like a Joe Rogan podcast ends, because then I'm like, did I really spend 4 hours listening to this?
Dude. Hey, that's been a lifesaver for me for like working mechanics. Like, I'll just pop in the earbuds, listen to some podcasts, and then my brain and hands and everything just go on autopilot. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I get distracted. I get distracted very, very easily. That's just I don't know what it is.
I think that's
But-
just a modern problem these days.
Yeah, but as soon as I put in the like my earpods or AirPods, whatever, or no, what are they like? Whatever the fuck they're-
AirPods.
or the the wireless earbuds.
I
Yeah.
don't know, yeah.
I'm just way more productive. But then like everyone decides like, oh, you have them in? Let me go over and talk to you. Like, fuck. Get out, dude.
You know how many times I put my earbud in and I hear Dad, Max, what? I can't hear you. And I had to like go out of the office and go into his office. He's like, did you see what the workout was today? I'm like, okay, get out of here. Like, you just wasted my time with that.
Yeah, same. I'm like, I'll be fucking like holding a plank over top of a car, like arms deep in the, engine bay, and some coworker come over. Hey, did you see this? I'm like, look over. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, I had to stop what I'm doing now. Now I have to get off the fucking truck because I'm on a good podcast. I don't want to miss what's happening. Go over to my phone, pause it, and then I'll take him out to hear what you had to say. And it better not be anything stupid because I'm going to be pissed.
One thing I really like, because I got those wireless ones, right, for Christmas.
Yeah, we got those.
They actually have pause buttons on them.
Oh, dude. Every time I try that, it turns to the next podcast.
Oh,
and then
shit.
I get even more fucking pissed off. And
Well,
then
that feature doesn't. That's not the feature on mine.
It's sort of like where you tap it once and it
no,
pauses.
there's a little button.
Oh, yeah, that's not the ones
You
I
hit
have.
it once and it just pauses. Now, sometimes I accidentally double tap it and then it pauses and plays, and you're like, God, shit.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Inconvenience.
So, anyways, hey, you want to switch gears?
Oh yeah. So we were gonna talk about CrossFit.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
you wanted to ask me about
the
something?
home gym, your home gym at mom and dad's house.
Right? Yeah, the little
Yeah.
What
What do you even call that?
So each stall mat is 4x6. 8. So it's like 12 foot long by 6 foot. 12 foot deep by 6 foot wide. Concrete pad that we have in the backyard, and then we've made our own pull-up rig out of pallet racks that we modified and have a pull-up bar and we're gonna add on to that more, and then we have the rubber mats down and stuff. So that's kind of like where it all started, as far as like. So I've been incorporating these short format CrossFit workouts, basically. Short time domains is what I should say. So, when I go to work, and then when I come home for lunch, because I work close to home, I've been coming home and just programming these like 5 to maybe 8 minutes. I don't want to try to go anything more than 8 minutes long, short format workout sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they don't take a whole lot of. I try to program them so that they don't take a whole lot of warm up time. I just go through the movements a couple times, and then I'll just hit it. And I've been doing CrossFit for actually this should be 10 years. 10 years, yeah. And the model for CrossFit's like the best is like to find your local affiliate, go in there, and it'll change your life if you really wanted to. And it definitely has changed mine for sure. But over time, I've become, I have my CrossFit Level 1 certification. I've been a coach. So I kind of know, how should I put this? I know how to properly set up workouts. I love to program. That's another like thing that I really like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just been finding that these little 5-minute workout lunch burn workouts have been paying off huge, like as far as getting better overall fitness, adding strength to just certain lifts, accessory working on gymnastics, things like that. And honestly, it's not a huge space. It's not. I don't need this huge lavish gym to do this type of thing. And that's the best part is really like getting creative with the space. This tiny little space, and we got quite a bit of equipment. We have a barbell and plates, and I've got some heavy kettlebells, wall balls. We have a Concept 2 rower, a GHD, sit-up. If you don't know what GHD, it's a glute and hamstring developer. We just acquired a 100-pound sandbag, like a strongman bag. That thing is devastatingly fun, man. That is so fun.
You'll have to send me some videos so I can edit that in.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
people
so much fun.
Yeah,
but doing those short little workouts in between lunchtime has been a lot of fun, and I really, really I hope people find a little bit of value in the videos that I've been posting.
Do you get quite a few views on those, like on the stories on Instagram?
I do, and I do get a lot of views, but the thing that's really cool is, they don't just drop off. Like I'll post what the workout is, like the 5-minute quick workout.
You're talking about story after story?
Story after story. I'll retain those views. So it doesn't just drop off. It's not like you got like 90 views and then the next video has like 30 and then the next one has like 5.
That's when it's a bad sign, when the first one's like bam and then burp.
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, I'll probably lose maybe like 10 to 15. Like, let's say if there's like 4 or 5 stories, like 10 to 15, I'll probably lose at the tail end of it, just because people are scrolling. But
yeah,
I hope shows a little bit of value and promote people to be a little bit creative in their own space. A lot of people don't know how to program. They're kind of scared to like figure it out. But it's really just look at what you have, and then just trial and error. I've been doing CrossFit for long enough to kind of know what certain things will add a stimulus to, how long it'll take me to do certain like movements for how many reps, so I can kind of just bounce off of that. And coaching has gone a long way too. I can kind of see like where your skill level's at, and assess from there.
Because you showed me, like, remember we programmed that one workout that sucked?
Oh yeah, you died.
But yeah, it's kind of like it's almost in a way the only other thing I could compare it to is like kind of like cooking. Like there's rules to cooking,
yeah,
but there's like infinite like combinations.
Yeah,
but there's rules. You can't just cook the steak for like 2 hours on one side.
Yeah,
because the steak's gonna be all like black and
Yeah,
it's kind of like the same thing. Like there are some rules to it, but if you do it right every time, it's like,
well, yeah. And it's not like you can like ultimately all the food on your plate is going to go in the same down the same down the same pipe, right? but you can't just take all these ingredients and throw it in the pan, and just be like, oh, this is called cooking, and then like it's gonna taste like shit.
Yeah.
Well, like same with fitness. Like at the end of the day, like you're still gonna sweat, you're still gonna like put in all this work, but like
there's purpose to it.
Yeah, like you have to do it a certain, like there's a very beautiful line when you program something that targets a certain thing, like food, like you want it to taste a certain way. Fitness, you want it to, like today, the little short workout I did today, it was 3 rounds of 24 wall ball shots at 10 feet with a 20-pound wall ball and then 12 deadlifts. I would have liked it to be a little bit heavier, but all we have is 205 pounds. So you do 3 rounds of 24 and 12, and because I wanted it to be a leg day,
Yeah, I just made up that analogy, but I kind of like that because it's just the same like with cooking. If you only have a certain amount of ingredients, you can make a good meal out of it if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, same it's going to taste really good.
Yeah, same with working out. If you only have a few, hell, you could do a pretty good just body workout with just your body, with no equipment. You know?
Yeah, but same thing. Like you wouldn't want to eat the same food every single day. Same thing. You wouldn't want to do the same workout every single day. You get bored.
Yeah, but it's like when you're good at cooking, it's fun. Like you can have a good meal, and same with like working out. Like if you can program,
if you have a good program, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. It's probably actually pretty close. They're pretty damn close.
That's actually a really good analogy. I just like came up with it.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right, Max. It's an art, like, So that's just kind of what I've been doing as of a couple years now. I've just been programming those short little format CrossFit workouts, and then on top of that too, having a good balance of working out at home and going to the gym for the social aspect. Has really made fitness super fun for me.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, yeah, because you introduced me to CrossFit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, your ex-wife introduced you to CrossFit.
Well, yeah.
And then you introduced me. And then I introduced Mom. And then Dad
finally
at the very end.
Drank the Kool-Aid. To stubborn ass.
Yeah. But... yeah, that was...
Yeah,
remember his... Well, yeah, you weren't here, but his first workout was Murph.
Oh, yeah. He prides himself on that.
Dude.
I would have loved to see that. He probably did 10 times worse than he says he thought he did. He's trying to be all macho like, I did 100 push-ups and... Or no, 100 pull-ups and 200 push-ups and I was dead. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, dead. Fine.
No, he wasn't. He's honest about it because he used to do like the P90X. You know, he's like, oh, I do P90X.
Oh yeah.
I don't need to do no CrossFit. But he only did P90X like every other month. You know.
Yeah.
But anyways,
that's very creature of habit, man.
Yeah. But anyways, he comes to Murph, right, and he's all like, oh, like, yeah, this is gonna be freaking easy. I could do this in my sleep, you know? And like he didn't even finish. I think he modified he just didn't finish. There's no other way to put it.
Oh,
and he was shell shocked. Like he had that look on his face like, wow, I seriously can't do this. And like he was just silent the whole rest of the day.
Yeah.
He was just like, and then finally, like the next day, he's like, "Okay, I'm doing CrossFit."
Yeah, because it kicked his ass.
Yeah, it did.
Hey, that's what I fell in love with. I thought I was a good athlete. Grew up playing ice hockey, being active all the time.
Oh yeah.
The first workout I ever did was called Baseline, and it was so to go back a little bit. My ex, was trying all of these exercise things like.
Wasn't she doing like weird diets too and stuff?
Yeah, we were getting like vegetables delivered to our door. It's like, and it's like, we're not even eating any of this shit. Like, what are you spending our money on? This is terrible, and like, you're not getting any result. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what you want. I play hockey and drink beer and eat and cook meat, lean meats. That's just the way we're wired, I guess,
Just
so
steak.
Like one year for Christmas, I bought her like spin shoes because she was all into like spin classes. Like, so she's like all heavy into that. And then one year she signed up for UFC gym because that was like the big thing going on in Torrance. Like, oh, and she tried to sell me on some bullshit. It's only like $600 like for a year, like, but we get all access to, everything. Like, and this was before it was even open. I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. You do whatever. So she was doing UFC gym for a little bit, and then she came around like 6 months later. Oh, I want to get into like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like, but the gi costs like $150. I'm like, what? Now you're gonna go? Now you want this? All right, whatever. So then she. Oh, what was it?
So it's funny that you brought this up because when you started talking about CrossFit, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I thought you were talking about like fighting. Like I thought you were talking about like the punching. The, like the punching bag. Like I didn't understand what the fuck it was. I'm like, is Eddie really like becoming like a UFC fighter? Like I didn't understand. Like I had no concept of what the fuck you're talking about because I remember your ex was doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that weird shit, and I thought that's what you fell into. I was like, I don't want to become a fighter.
Yeah. So, what? So that all happened, and then finally she canceled all that stuff, and she found this new like gym thing that was like really fun, and you know, to me it was just another like thing you're trying out. All right, whatever. And one day she goes, hey, like I found this like CrossFit thing, and it's like really super fun, and I actually think you would like it.
It's almost like the boy who cried wolf. You're like,
yeah. I was like, exactly. I'm like, whatever. Like I play hockey. I don't need anything. Like we're good. And she's like, no, you really like it. So one weekend, the Reebok CrossFit Games 2011 was on, I think it was like on CBS Sports or something like that. And she goes, oh, look, this is CrossFit. And I was like, what? Like, really? There's no way you're doing this at the little gym over here. Like, this is the CrossFit Games. I was watching like Rich Froning and Jason Khalipa and Chris Spieler and all those guys like going,
like you're watching like you were basically watching like the equivalent to like Ninja Warrior. And going, there's no way you're doing this.
And then I saw this freaking jacked like Annie Thorstadter with this like bulging like abs out of her stomach. And this is what it reminded me of, Max, because I grew up, I always loved watching like strongman, World's Strongest Man. Like I always loved watching that. And then I always loved watching like the steel timber sports, like where they're chopping, they're chopping the tree logs and then they got like the saw stuff.
It's not really the same thing, but we grew up watching the MTV challenges.
A little bit of that too,
kind of like just off the wall, just what the fuck is
like obstacle race.
Yeah,
type of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, CrossFit, like when I was watching this on TV, it like put all of that together, like in the same like version,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, pretty much like my jaw dropped. I was like, what? This looks like the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So like, she convinced me to come on my birthday, October 6th in 2012. And I did that first workout and it like destroyed me.
Like what was sore?
No. It wasn't sore, dude.
Oh.
It wasn't sore. Like I went out way too hard and I had to lay down they had a couch. CrossFit 1440. It had a couch. I had to lay down on the couch. I had the spins. I felt nauseous. I felt like I wanted to shit my ass and pee my pants all at the same time. I went that hard, dude. But in this weird like little switch in my head like clicked and I was like, I need to get good at this. And
It's
I
very
just kept going
it's
back.
very attractive to CrossFit is very attractive to competitive people. Like they try it once and then they get like hooked on it.
Yeah, well,
Because you're like, I want to do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think CrossFit now is a little bit different than it is. Like where I found it was like,
oh yeah, you could explain. You were like right in the beginning of its like skyrocket.
Yes,
in popularity.
Dude, it was very competitive.
You
like
were in
people,
the heart.
people, yeah, like eat, live, rest, repeat, like CrossFit, like it was nothing. Our backyard was in Carson, like that's where the CrossFit Games was at, like, and it was very. I remember before I found CrossFit, we were having a brunch down in Hermosa Beach, and that was like the place to go for brunch. You just get all fucked up on mimosas and like stagger back home, and like you'd have like a mind-splitting headache on Monday. Well, anyways, like there was this group of people, younger people, and they were like walking down the boardwalk there, and they all had. There was like a powerhouse CrossFit gym called CrossFit Code 3. And their logo was like a sick-ass logo. It come out, like, looked like a Transformers, like, logo.
Mm-hmm.
Like with a C that had like this, and it was bright yellow, and a C, and then like the 3 on the other side, and it had like these peaks on there, and it was bright yellow. And I just remember sitting there with my ex in Hermosa Beach, and this group of people come into Baja Sharkies, and they're all wearing the Code 3 shirts, and on the back it said CrossFit. And I kind of remember like they were writhing with confidence, like they were so confident. Like my first reaction was to talk shit, like, to myself, like, who the fuck are, like, what the fuck is that? Like, what are you all on, like, a lacrosse team or something? Like, what the fuck? What is CrossFit?
It's like everyone's first reaction. What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, but they came walking in like a posse, like with authority.
Hey, respect my authority.
Yeah. and they all looked happy, and they all looked fucking confident as fuck, and they were like looked fit, like, and at the time I had no idea what the hell CrossFit was. And then until I found it, then I was like, oh, makes sense. Like, all of a sudden, I'm getting all these PRs. I'm like, PRs like a personal record. Like, I'm starting to lift. Like, I'm doing all these things that I've never done before. Gymnastic stuff, weightlifting stuff, like learning how to do a double under with a jump rope, like that. All these PR like things just keep going, and it's like, damn. Now I know what that was. Yeah. It was a CrossFit community that was just booming, like, and we were at the mecca of where CrossFit was, because the games were there.
Yeah.
And the affiliates were there, and yeah, man, it was a special time.
I remember around 2013, 2014. This was like about like a year or two after you started doing it. You kept talking about it. I'm like, dude, like, I was like, you're almost annoying me. I'm like, fucking shut up about CrossFit, like, that's all you talked about. And then you took your shirt off. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, maybe there's something to this.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I need to get in on this.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like when you took off your shirt, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, dude, I remember bringing you to the first class. I don't remember what we did. Do you remember what you did?
It was.
Did he have you go through baseline also?
Maybe it was pull-ups, push-ups. Maybe it was sit-ups. I don't know.
Oh no, he probably did have you go through baseline.
I think he did.
Which is like 500-meter row.
I was using the rubber band though, on the pull-up rig. That wasn't the shocker to me. I mean, I had fun doing that. What shocked me was when I couldn't. You guys were making fun of me because I was trying to hang clean the trainer's bar. I was trying to clean the trainer's bar, and I couldn't even clean it. And you guys were like all laughing at me because I just could not clean this bar. It felt like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
That thing probably weighed like.
Trainer bar is 15 pounds, Max.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't even lift 15 pounds. I was just. Remember, I was skin and bones.
You were
I
tight.
had no meat.
Yeah, well, we saw that picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where very first day.
Yeah, and then I after that, it
Well,
inspired me.
I sent you home with some CrossFit shoes.
Yeah, it inspired me, so I tried out 2C because I was all like, I'm gonna shop around, try out different gyms. So I tried out 2C because this is right down the street, and I liked it. I was like, all right, that was cool. Like, I was like really proud of myself because I went. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try out like Snake River, and then I'm gonna try out like this Meridian one. I'm gonna, I'm gonna shop around, and it just never happened,
Yeah.
And I just I just didn't go back. I just kind of like forgot about it, and then I got my ear got clogged up, and I couldn't hear. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like trying to clean out my ear. Like doing all this weird shit, like pouring like the wax ear. I don't know.
Yeah, the candle.
Yeah,
to like
and
draw the.
Finally, I had I don't know what you call it. I almost had like a mental breakdown. Like I lost my mind. I'm like, I can't fucking hear. I'm like, fuck this shit. All right, I'm going back to 2C.
Yeah.
So I went back over to 2C to work out, and then my ear cleared up.
Oh, fantastic!
And I was like, fuck yeah. All right, I'm in.
Yeah.
So I just started going back over there. It was
fantastic.
It was awesome. It was so cool. And then one day we were doing back squats, and dude, I must have pushed one of my thighs to the limit because no joke, I was in so much pain, sore. I couldn't even I could barely even walk, and the muscle was twitching and shit. I shocked it.
Ooh.
But ever since then, it's been fine.
Oh, wow, yeah. I mean,
so I don't my left thigh was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
but
like that.
I got over that little hump, and then ever since then, I've been good.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna it's
like that hump of soreness you just have to get over.
Well, yeah, people don't realize that when you start this new training regimen thing, it's not called getting injured. It's called your body's going through a transformation as far as you're building muscle around joints that didn't ever have that before. Your wrists mobility, to receive the barbell on the front rack position, your wrist has never done that before.
Yeah.
Is it gonna hurt? Yeah, it's gonna hurt like a bitch. And is it gonna get better overnight? No, it's fucking not. That's just.
But your body will adapt to it.
Yeah. Over time, that stuff, it heals itself. I had bad hip pain, really bad hip pain. It was popping out, not popping out, but really bad. I couldn't sleep because I felt like I had to pop my hip out. Or from playing hockey, but over time, that went away. I don't feel that need anymore. My the muscles around my hips, my glutes, hamstrings, quads, all that cured that ailment. Mm-hmm. I've had lingering injuries with my shoulders. Well. I think it's a Willson thing. We're
dude, our shoulders are terrible. Our shoulder genetics. Oh my god, genetics is just.
Our shoulders are just not.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It feels like it'd be so easy if I truly wanted to, and I haven't dislocated my shoulder, but I feel like I could just do it if I wanted to right now. I just
Gumby.
Yeah, that's what it feels like when it's doing the overhead squats. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, dude. It's just I think it is. Look, I'm not making any excuses like that, but I think it is genetic. Our shoulder they're weak. They're just and it resonates through me and you. I think we've both had the same.
Dad doesn't have good.
Shoulder mobility, yeah. I don't know where that comes from.
When it comes to overhead squats and snatches, they're just the death of me.
Yeah, and then
the shoulders just
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, we could we spend more time on
Yeah.
mobility? Can we spend more time on that? Yeah, substantially, we could spend more time on that. But at what?
That
Here's
part's
what-
not my passion.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you have to ask yourself, like, hey, what are your
Yeah.
if your goal is to say, hey, like, Eddie, I want my snatch to be 155 pounds. Okay, well, then we need to go back to the drawing board, and we need to do
just work
mobility.
on that.
We need to do
nothing
isolated
but snatches.
strength
Yeah.
parts. We need to work on the, and then eventually, you could probably go there. But is that really your?
Yeah, you'd almost have to go to a Olympic weightlifting class and just do nothing but snatches and overhead squats. Like, you know what I mean?
Accessory work, yeah.
Because, going to the CrossFit gym for and practicing overhead squats and snatches for like 15 minutes once a month. That's just not.
That's not
going to
get you.
Yeah, that's not going to get you anywhere.
No.
But I guess what you're trying to say is that's not our goal.
Yeah.
That's just something we're not passionate about.
I mean,
About
like
about the snatches,
like
at least,
like
or the
medium
overhead.
to
Yeah.
moderate load power
Yeah.
snatch, like no big deal. But then
Yeah.
like you're. Oh yeah, another beer.
Okay. What were you gonna say now?
It's not just your shoulders, yeah, like opening up your hips to, explode the barbell up, like ankle mobility when you're in the full squat, hip mobility, being able to punch out the snatch, fully overhead. There's just that is by far the most technical movement that CrossFit has, and
I'm sure there's gonna be some nerdy guy in the comment section saying, "Well, those Coors Lights don't help either."
you goddamn right there.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're.
Hey, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh.
I still think we need to get in touch with like a direct. Well, you're a good director. Maybe you can do it. We would need millions of dollars, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
talking
don't-
about the movie.
yeah, I really think I have a really cool idea for like
the
a CrossFit movie.
Yeah.
But like, remember back in the day, like in the like the early 2000s, or what am I trying to say? Okay,
I was thinking because I've been thinking about your movie idea about like the CrossFit thing, but like what you could do is you want to make it like I don't know, you'd want to make it somehow like an inspirational like Rocky movie where like he lived the life that you lived, but what if he made it to the CrossFit Games and then
Yeah.
beat like the number one guy who like kept winning it like year after year or something like that.
yeah, you make it a little bit of
you
a
make
fairy
it-
tale story.
Yeah, and you make it like the guy who always wins is like kind of like an ass. And then you finally just fucking beat him.
Okay,
You know?
so I don't know. I'll have to look it
That
up.
would be an awesome movie though.
Yeah, dude, I'll have to look it up. I want to say it was like a '90s movie. There was
And
this
then
movie.
you steal his
No, no, no,
girlfriend
no, no, no.
or something like that. At
Okay,
the
hold
end.
on, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Getting to that point. There was a movie called Airborne.
Okay.
Did you ever see Airborne?
I don't think so. No.
So Airborne was like, I think it was a '90s movie, but it was like this. It was like this guy got relocated to like a new part of town or whatever. And he used to be a surfer or whatever, but then he ended up finding like I want to say like rollerblading, and anyways, the story, there's like a love story attached to it, and there's like people that are, bullies. There's like the bullies, but at the very end of the movie, they have this epic race like on rollerblades where they're just bombing down like these city streets, and like they're they're like jumping over cars, or like the semi truck comes across the road and then they like go into the like this full like baseball slide skid like underneath the semi truck trailer as it's coming through, and like they're just hauling ass down like these crazy. It's a crazy. I need to watch it again, but at the very end, like it was like whoever got to a certain place first like was the winner, and they totally beat the bad guys. And at the very end, like the one guy who was chasing a girl, like finally got her, and it's like it was a classic 90s movie, like the Mighty Ducks, like all those like good ending stories. I feel like you can play a picture, something like that, like a throwback.
Just
take
something
some of my
simple.
Take some of my experiences, like the first ever CrossFit competition I ever entered. Like, I ended up, I won first place. And like the next competition I did, like I won first place again. Like the next one, I won first place again. Like, it was.
Well, I guess you can't, because I was thinking of like Rocky. I guess that's a little different. You can't make it like that, because that one was where you had a loser, but then he like somehow like matched the best of the best with just nothing but like heart and desire. But you can't really, you can't really do that with CrossFit, because you can't really fake that shit.
Yeah, but it goes along the lines where like what I was talking about earlier. Like I was just I was kind of I didn't really have anything going on. I was like a mechanic, and I was playing hockey like once, maybe twice a week, and I would bring home an 18-pack of beer or a 12-pack of beer and just like slam the whole thing. I was kind of a loser, young 20. Well, I was just young 20s, like living in Southern California. Like,
dude, have you seen any pictures of yourself from like that before you did CrossFit?
You kind
of look like me right now.
Well,
I got a little ways to go.
Yeah, well, you're built. Me and you are different body types.
Yeah,
I have to go back and look and search. But
dude, you were. I saw some, because I got your old Windows computer, and I was archiving a lot of those photos. I was flabbergasted. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, it was cool to wear baggy clothes.
Yeah, you're a twig. Like, you were small.
Yeah. Well,
I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I was just a short, fast hockey player. That was it. Like, I didn't. You don't really weight train. Yeah, I don't know. I was just. I was living in Southern California and playing hockey, drinking beer, and working on cars. Like that's a.
It was kind of lame now that you think about it, huh? Like, damn.
I wish I had found it. Fuck, when I first moved down there, it would have been like, maybe I would have made the games. Who knows?
Dude, if you had found it back in 2008, you probably could have made it to the. You might have made it to the games in like 2009, 2010. Because those were. Have you seen those games? Those games are like not what they were like today.
Yeah, they were like, they would have just. I would have taken a road trip to the.
Can you
to
make
the ranch.
one muscle up? You're in.
Yeah,
very much.
Everyone's doing like clean and jerks in their Asics and shit, running shoes. But there was no such thing. It was the sport was brandly new, like it was just made up.
Remember Rich Froning? His first CrossFit Games was like in 2010. And when he climbed up the rope, like he didn't even know how to get down. He just like fell down the rope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man, it's kind of, sometimes it is a little bit depressing to know we're never going back to those times.
No.
Like the genie is out of the bottle.
Yeah, but a good OG movie would be just like, I think would just like
take it back to like the origins, but like put a spin on it,
Yeah. There's plenty of CrossFit movies now, but they're just documentaries about the games.
Yeah.
There's no like, just even the first like CrossFit movie, like Every Second Counts.
And it doesn't even have to. It doesn't even have to be based in reality. It could just be like made up like athletes that like portray like Rich Froning, but aren't.
Yeah, that you don't have to put names in there, but like Disney movies, they always have a winner. Like,
like the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
did Disney make the Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, it's a Disney movie.
But I mean, did they actually make the Mighty Ducks? Because did the Mighty Ducks even exist before
Oh no, I
the Mighty
think that
Ducks?
I think they turned the franchise into
Like
what
they
the team
literally
is
made
like.
a team.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Because they had the jersey and the butt pads and everything, like the colors and everything. We'd have to look
that'd
that
be
up.
interesting. That would be interesting to see if
Because they're
what
a fairly
started.
new team, aren't they?
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
dude,
we'd
like
have to look it up. Yeah.
you know, Paul Correa and Timo Solani, like those guys are old school hockey players, but they started with the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like Disney just like, hey, let's make a movie about ducks, and then somebody goes, oh, that's a good idea for an NHL hockey team. Like I don't know which was started first.
That's a good question, because I mean, every time you think of the Mighty Ducks, though, you think about that '90s movie with the purple butt pads and the and you know what I mean? Like it's so
like
iconic.
the duck mask with the holes in it and stuff.
I actually kind of miss that logo. I wish they brought that back. That
was
kinda
pretty
cool.
sick ass logo.
Now they're just black.
I don't give a shit about the Ducks though. Ducks are not my team. But anyways, that's still a cool concept.
It's a good question. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Hang on.
Efforting.
What was that?
Efforting.
What?
Are you efforting like you're just look it up.
Okay.
Just-
I was like, what the heck are you saying? Mighty Ducks.
yeah,
Let's
you're
just see.
really gonna get a good search engine from that. Dude.
Shut up. Wikipedia.
Oh god.
Mighty Ducks. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so that was the history of the movies. I wanted to see Mighty Ducks NHL, right?
No, they're now called the Anaheim Ducks. They're not the Mighty Ducks anymore.
Oh, were they called the Mighty Ducks at one point?
They might have, but then they changed.
It is. Look. Okay, the team was founded in 1993 by the Walt Disney Company as the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, a name based on the 1992 film The Mighty Ducks.
Oh, okay,
Dude.
All right, they were. No wonder they play like fucking Disney.
They're doing
They're
the
like
whole
Mickey
stupid
Mouse.
V.
Yeah.
Remember the V? There was a big continuity error where they got offsides because they were passing.
Oh yeah.
And like the V, like you're looking at it, you're like that's technically
how the
like
guy-
not legal.
Yeah,
like
how
they
it-
went off sides.
Yeah. How's a guy in the back with the puck like, and then like
And then
they're clearly all off sides. But then somehow it's like they're like in the movie, right? Like they're going down and like bodies are like flying off the side like they're freight training, like it's like no.
no.
And then like they all break away and then miraculously the guy in the middle has the puck and shoots and scores, like that is terrible.
Well, yeah. So what happened? I remember they got the V right, and the person at the front has the puck, and as he passes the blue line, he passes away
Oh,
from
no,
the blue,
yeah.
through the blue line to the guy in the back, and you're like, that's offsides. That's
Okay.
not even legal.
Okay. Here
But no one knows.
who the fuck thought of that? Like okay, ducks, yeah. I mean, I guess they fly in a V, but then like, oh, let's turn that into a hockey play. Like this. What the fuck? Do like the Carolina Hurricanes like swirl around in a circle?
And then you see players like flying up in the air.
Or, yeah. Like, do they just like bounce off of the hurricane? Like, what the fuck? Who thought of that?
What's another funny one? The Penguins. What do the Penguins do?
No, they don't.
They just march off the. I don't know what the Penguins do.
Maybe they like skate in a squat or something.
Or like the Dallas Stars, they form a star.
Okay, you're just getting off topic now. Enough.
The
But yeah,
the Calgary Flames, they just make a C.
Oh, hey, but to be real, like that was every kid's dream was to
Yeah.
fucking create a flying V and score a goal.
Right.
Like, we should have tried to do that at the roller drum.
But it would work because there is no offsides at the roller drum.
There is no offsides, yeah. Dude, we should do, or like,
you guys need to make up a team name, the Mighty Ducks, and then do the V.
or like who, like. Okay, so one part of the movie, right, where he has fucking like 3 minutes to flip the puck up on its end, and then
yeah,
like do
remember that?
the knuckle puck. Like,
The knuckle puck.
you had time to do that? Like,
I know.
players should have been on your ass like 30 seconds ago.
You had like all the time in the world to like, boom, and then I forgot what the move was, but he's like doing all this stuff. You're like, yeah, he would have been checked like long ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. And then like as it's flying through the air, it like goes up and down. And then like hits him in the head like boonk, and then like drops in the goal.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're just like, like there's no puck in the world that does that.
Yeah.
It just goes straight.
Yeah, it's called the knuckle puck. Oh my god.
That is like Hollywood to the extreme. They're just making shit up. They're literally just making shit up.
Yeah, there's oh man. Hilarious.
Sometimes you gotta respect the dumbness.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that anyway.
I remember talking to a friend because I remember, well, you know the movie Miracle on Ice,
Oh yeah.
that true story.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, about the Olympic team. And I was telling my friend in grade school, because it came out when I was in like 6th grade or whatever. I'm like, man, dude, like, you gotta go see like Miracle on Ice. It's a really good movie. He's like, oh yeah, well, I saw like Mighty Ducks once. It's just like, dude, it was almost an insult, you know?
Oh
like,
yeah.
not
yeah.
even the same.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck you. Like, this is an actual historic event.
Yeah. You know what else is a great movie is Mystery Alaska. That's a great movie.
I never saw that movie.
You never saw Mystery Alaska?
No.
With Russell Crowe?
No.
Or is it-
I
is that
remember
his name?
I remember we had the VHS tape.
Oh yeah, that's it.
But yeah, I never saw it. What was that the movie? I didn't see it, but they play it. They were playing hockey on like the lake though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's like this elite hockey team up in Alaska or whatever, and then somehow like an NHL, the New York Rangers, they do like an exhibition game or whatever, and they come up to Alaska or whatever. But like this town that they live in is it's a movie. There's like affairs. There's like and Russell Crowe is like the town sheriff, and there's like a little market store shooting that's fucking hilarious for a rep that like wants to come and bring like a Walmart or whatever the fuck. But yeah, that's a good movie. That's a really good movie. Really good hockey movie.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other hockey movies. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom really fast.
Okay.
It's only 9:55.
How long have we been on air?
An hour 42.
Okay.
What's your time limit?
We'll cut it off at about 2 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost 10 p.m. I mean, it's up to you when you want to leave.
Okay.
Probably want to go at 10, huh?
Well, it's only 5 minutes away from 10.
Okay.
So, fun little story. I used to get in trouble with my parents. I'd make Max laugh so hard. He would like pee his pants. and I didn't do it on purpose. I don't know. and he would pee his pants, and my mom would be like, Eddie, damn it, knock it off. You know if you make him laugh, he's pee his pants. So one time, like, we were at like a family friend house, and I made him laugh so hard, he peed his pants again. And he showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh no, Max, you fucker! Like, I'm gonna get in trouble again." And he's like, "Oh no, Eddie, don't worry about it. It'll dry. It'll dry."
Are you telling them about my pee?
Oh, you can edit that out.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
hold
know.
on.
We'll see.
Dude,
Do you have to go too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So how's the sex life?
Oh, going there, huh?
So anyways, how's the sex life? I'm just kidding in the room.
No, you're not.
Oh. You don't have to comment on that. You don't have to comment on that. You're like, what do I do? I'm just kidding. You don't have to comment on that because, you don't want anyone you're seeing watching this,
I'm guaranteed they're probably not going to watch this.
Well, you better safe than sorry,
It's been fun.
all good.
That's all I have to say.
Well, I'm excited because there's this chick that I'm trying to like finally got her to like talk to me on Instagram, and then we like matched on Tinder.
Oh, you got a double whammy, huh?
Yeah, I got a double whammy. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we'll see.
Wow. I hope, dude. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I hope that goes
I'm
well.
excited about it. So.
All right. Do you have any plans to like meet up or do anything?
Not yet. I mean, I
Don't
already
take her
asked
to Applebee's.
Well, funny thing was, I already asked her out on Instagram, and she didn't really respond. So we'll see. So it's kind of one of those things.
Hit her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I'd say just try again.
Yeah, just try again.
Hey, like next weekend or something, just like ask her if she, here's what we do. Ask her if she wants to go to like Indian Creek Winery or something. And then
there you
then
go.
just borrow a couple chairs, the blanket,
That's a good idea.
and like I'm sure there'll be live music and
Oh,
you could
yeah.
that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I agree. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Don't act stupid or like
Like
you drink wine, not beer.
Okay, fine. I'll drink
would-
wine. I'll drink the wine.
Yeah, drink the wine.
We went to this local winery. I'm not a wine person, and I ended up drinking beer. I always drink beer.
Well, I drank beer too.
So
But it was okay. It was okay during that one because, well, mom and dad they're winos, and we're not too much. I don't know, whatever.
they literally whine about wine.
Yeah, yeah.
We're out
So,
of
hey-
wine.
So, Max, this is. I'm gonna turn the script on you.
Oh,
Let's see. Actually, I didn't have a plan for that.
how's my sex life?
No, what are your like? Shit. Like, what are some of your goals for the end of the year? I know you've been crushing it on those 3D animations.
Yeah,
Dude, that Jackie Chan one that you did, Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah,
That, I'm impressed with all those animations you do. You're
they're
extremely
getting better
talented.
though.
You are extremely fucking talented. But this one, the Tremors one, it was all right.
Well, yeah, there's not a lot going on that one.
And the Chucky one
Yeah.
too. That one was actually that one was pretty good. That one was scary.
Yeah, because it was uncanny, like all of it. Because
Yeah.
that wasn't good,
Yeah, Yeah, but this Jackie Chan one, dude, was spot on.
Yeah.
I really liked, the refrigerator came down and he tried to throw something and then pull the door open and it slams in, and then like you push the guy in the refrigerator and then you open it back up and punches him in the face, and it was highly entertaining, dude. I didn't want it to end, to be honest, but it was he had the flag and he was like pushing him around, and then I love the twist where the glass bottle goes bonk like that
on his head,
and he's like holding his head, and it's all caved in. That was great, dude.
I was laughing my ass off when I was making that,
and
because I was like, I got to make this somewhat like cartoony,
dude.
Like,
it was
like
great.
funny.
And then what I really liked when like Jackie Chan was, you put the subtitles in where he's like,
you know what's funny? I was purposely trying to make his lip sync like off because it's supposed to be like a Chinese movie.
Yeah,
but his like,
actually went with it.
It went with it, and I was laughing my ass off. I was like, okay, well, whatever. I was like, I lucked out. Like it actually looked good.
If you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have missed a beat, dude. I was like, dude, this is great.
I don't know what happened to the audio at the very end, because at the very end you had the guy with the concaved head in, and he turns to the black guy and he says like, "What did he say?" But he was supposed to say, "What did he say?" But the audio wasn't there. I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, but
which I thought was funny because
it was funnier because
what the hell is a black guy supposed to know about Chinese?
Maybe you weren't supposed to see what he was saying because he turns and he goes,
okay, yeah.
Actually made it better.
Okay,
it made it better.
Yeah. I know. I just laughed at that concaved head. It was like he turned into a butt head.
Yeah.
Like,
and then, dude, the scene where they're fighting and they're pushing the pinball games and then he's like going down and then he kicks the thing and it was great, dude. It was a phenomenal video,
dude. No joke. Like, it took me a long time because, like, for example, the one shot where he's like with the refrigerators and stuff.
Yeah. That
one shot took me like, I swear, it probably took me like 4 hours total to animate everything.
Wow.
Because it just took forever,
Yeah.
So much was going on.
Yeah.
And I would put on the timeline of the animation, I would put markers on every punch, so I knew exactly when he was supposed to make impact.
Oh, okay.
So I would know, like, that's when he made impact.
Yeah.
And then after he makes impact, you do a dramatic. You do, like, let's say he punched someone's in the face, makes impact, and on the next frame, you do something like drastic like this.
Oh, okay.
And then you make them go slower.
Oh,
gotcha. And that's how it gives like the motion.
Like
I figured out
fast.
that I figured out the motion blur.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So that's how it like gives it like the motion,
Yeah, and you insert the time like that, and he goes.
Yeah, it gives it an illusion that he was like punched or whatever.
That was a great video, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited. The next video I'm gonna do is trimmers again, but it'll be in the basement.
Oh, that's
with the guns.
That's gonna be epic.
And I'm excited because that will actually be better than the last trimmer one was. It doesn't really show much. The guy's just getting sucked into the ground.
Yeah,
it was more like comical, if anything.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
His eyes are all like,
what? Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty like iconic or.
It's got over 1,000 views now.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's been exploding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic, dude.
Yeah. And then my Breaking Bad one's starting to take off too. It takes a while for those to take off.
Yeah.
But when people see them, they love them,
Yeah.
They're like, fuck yeah, because I just do it shot by shot,
Oh, yeah.
I just mimic every single shot, and then, but I'm getting better.
I mean, to see where you started from, like the James Bond
the
GoldenEye, the Blockheads, which by the way was a fucking great video too.
But you watch it now, and you're like, geez, that's terrible.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, in the short amount of time,
2
now
years,
you have
yeah.
Jackie Chan like beating people up, you know, like
Yeah.
and with hand like fingers and
Yeah.
like the hair and like you put clothes on them and like well you
Everything,
had
yeah.
clothes on them before, but
Yeah.
but before they were walking like this, like
Yeah.
now he's like he's doing like roundhouse kicks
Yeah.
with people on the pool table.
Yeah.
Like that's
Well,
huge,
I
man.
learned how to do. It's called because the first skeletons I was making, it was just a basic skeleton. So, you know, you move
like
one.
the hips.
Well, yeah,
legs,
you
like-
move one arm, or you move just a bone. You moved one bone at a time, and that was it.
Yeah.
So like you move this bone, and you move this bone, and you move this bone, and then this bone.
Yeah.
And it'd take forever to animate, and
Yeah.
and you can't get it very right, you know. I figured out how to do what's called a rigified skeleton, and what that's a more sophisticated skeleton, whereas it's all pre-programmed, pre-made and stuff, but it takes the normal skeleton like I was animating with it, but then it makes it more sophisticated. So, for example, I select the palm, I move it up, and it moves all the other bones with it.
Oh.
You know, you push this bone back, and it pushes everything back.
Oh,
You push it
yeah.
this way, push it this way. Whereas the other skeleton I had,
You had
you
to like,
literally just lift this up, and it just does this. And if you want it to go back, you have to go like this. And then it's a lot more animation,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, you almost have to be an animating god to make it look natural, you know. It's unpractical.
Right.
So or for example, you select the torso, you push it down, you push the torso down, and
the legs move.
and he naturally does a squat with his
see?
legs.
Oh, okay.
Whereas on the normal skeleton, you select the torso and you bring it down, his legs just go straight into the ground. You know, and then
Yeah.
you gotta animate the legs.
Yeah. Oh man.
So it's a night and day difference. Yeah, and then I learned how to, and then this is a real game changer. Beforehand, if I wanted to make a fist on a character, I would have to take every individual finger
Yeah.
and animate it.
Yeah.
Well, I learned how to do shortcuts where you can go from here to a fist instantly
Oh shit.
just by clicking like a PowerPoint, almost like a PowerPoint presentation. Boom.
Oh
you
really?
know? Or point
Finger or
you know, like
or fuck you.
dude, that no joke, that saves like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It boom, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when I do this trimmers one, I'll have a gun one, you know.
yeah.
Like holding a gun or like
a rifle or something.
or something. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
boom, dude.
Plug it in.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
See, that's where you're the mastermind, dude. I do not know anything.
well, my YouTube channel started with stop motion animation, like the Legos
Yeah.
and the GI Joes, all that dumb. Shut up. Like all that dumb stuff, you know.
Hey, but it's an evolution.
but
it's an evolution of who you are.
That stuff is really hard because there's no stop motion animation. You got to animate everything all at once.
yeah.
where-
Like, this guy's moving over here. That lady's has her
Yeah,
move
you
her
gotta
arm,
animate
like,
everything.
Bam, 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 bam. Yeah.
You got to animate everything. Whereas with computer animation, what's cool is I like on that Jackie Chan fighting one, I could animate one person at a time
Yeah.
and then go back and then animate the next person.
Oh.
And then go
okay.
back and then animate the next person. And then if I
Oh.
need to, I could go back and tweak. Like you could go back and you could literally edit the animations and stuff. You can't do that with stop motion.
Well, no.
So right off the bat, I was doing it the hard way.
well,
So to me, this is like a fucking walk in the park. You know, it's like
yeah.
I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store. Like
Yeah.
I'm like a fucking god. You know.
Yeah, but you know what? Like the good thing about what you did is like, like really quick, like going back to RC cars. Like the very first one I got was a kit that I had to like build by my
Yeah.
It wasn't put together. So like, I had to figure out how this thing worked to put it together, and then now I knew all the working parts to it. Whereas like I could have just bought one that was already pre-made, and then I would have never known how the fucking thing was, how it worked. I'm like, Dad, it's broke. Like, fix it for me.
Yeah.
Like, but it's better to go through the trenches,
Yeah.
like you did, because now it sets you up to be a better animator. And whereas like me, I'd be like, oh, like I would look for all the shortcuts, like, because I don't have patience. That's the thing. You and Dad possess patience, and unlike I've ever seen before, he does those. I'm kind of like a quick. I want like quick gratification type of thing.
Yeah.
You guys like foresee, I don't know when this is going to be finished, but I know when it is, it's going to be fucking great.
Well, and I what's kind of fun is the reason why I like to imitate other movie scenes is because it forces me to learn something new.
Oh yeah.
So like when I did the Napoleon Dynamite dance, did you ever see that one?
I think I did.
Yeah, I did the Napoleon Dynamite dance. Well, that forced me to learn how to do the rigified skeleton.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you're gonna.
I did see that one actually. Now that I remember,
it just makes the So sometimes I purposely choose something to like force me to learn something new. The reason why I'm doing the trimmers one next is because I want to figure out a way to make like exploding guts.
Oh,
or
yeah.
figure out how to like make something like look like it's like guts. I don't know. It's something about like I gotta make the guts
or make it look wet and
or
gross
wet or
and,
gross or
yeah.
like I gotta figure something out to make it look like violent. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's another one I want to do, and I'll definitely probably get a copyright strike on it. But eventually, I'd love to do the final fight of Bloodsport.
Oh, I was gonna say Bloodsport. Yeah.
Because that would be a great way to learn crowds.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a way you gotta make crowds where you can literally clone, like you animate one person and then it'll like mimic like 100 other people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So then you can get like you literally just have to animate a few people and then that would be the whole crowd. Because they're just taking all the information from just those few people.
That's a great movie, dude.
But yeah. Yeah. The music would get me though. That I would not make any money off that. But
that's all right.
It's not about that.
That's very interesting, dude. Yeah. Well, hey, you work magic too. Like even just with filming Dad and all his restorations, and just that simple little thing you did with that little level kit on my, that was cool, man. You have true talent there.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people possess that.
When you have to edit 2 hours of a newscast within like an hour,
yeah,
you get pretty good at making shit happen.
Yeah, dude. Wow, you're the best, man.
And I was able to set all this up too.
Yeah, this is quite the setup, dude. When you showed it to me, I was like, there's a lot of cables and wires.
I know. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, what a mess!" I mean, I got a wire right here going down my face, but
it's all right, dude.
It is what it is right now.
Hey, I'm the first person to be interviewed.
You're the first one.
Hopefully, our conversation isn't too boring.
I don't know.
I think we covered a lot of topics.
Yeah, we covered a lot of topics.
I definitely I'm looking forward to listening to us again,
I think it was a good conversation.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
What was it? Yeah, I think my biggest goal right now is to. I don't know. I really want to. This has been like a dream of mine. Like start a podcast. Like I really love to just like interview more people.
Yeah, dude,
even just like, and it's not even about. To me, it's not even about like interviewing like famous people. It's just like interviewing anyone.
Fuck, get Jeff on here.
Yeah, or even fucking like Matt.
Oh yeah, dude.
That would be a good one. Yeah,
dude, Matt, that would be a. He would love to sit down and talk to you, dude.
I think so.
He would be a crowd favorite.
I think he might be the next one.
Dude, ask him.
Yeah, I'll
Ask
have
him.
to ask him.
That would be, dude. I think you got a good thing going on.
Yeah.
man. I would definitely listen to all the people that you brought in.
Yeah, Jeff, like
Or talk
all
to
them.
Dad, or talk to Mom.
Oh yeah,
or,
Dad for sure. Well, Dad was the original idea for this.
Yeah.
You know, because he would get a lot of the viewers. But he's hesitant. He's a different generation. Like, he still doesn't understand it.
No, but that's what makes him great. That
yeah, I tell him we got to do a podcast, and he goes. His first instinct is like, well, I don't have a script. It's like, no, Dad. You don't need a script. He's like, well, what do I do? Like, he literally doesn't know what a podcast is, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, he'll warm up to it, though, I think.
Hey, dude, Max, I'm on board, man, because you know what? I listen to a lot of podcasts myself, and damn, I never thought I'd be behind a mic on something. Like, I would want to do this again. Maybe we could talk about some other stuff,
Oh, yeah,
too.
for sure.
So
Dude,
I
there's
think
a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So
Feels like we didn't even scratch the surface.
dude, we could stay here all night, man.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I really thank you for bringing me on and you know, just talking a little bit about what I do. I'm probably not the best storyteller, but hey, whatever, dude. Everyone's different, and yeah. So thanks for
Nice.
having me on, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, I guess that wraps it up.
All right, yeah.
First
Sorry,
podcast ever.
I kind of teed into that, but yeah, we're good.
Yeah. 2 hours and 8 minutes.
All right, yeah.
I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks, Max. Well, hey, dude, I love you, man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna get what's her name? The OnlyFans one. What's her name?
Oh, we'll talk about that after.
Yeah, I'll get her on here. We'll do a little interview.
All right, brother.
All right, dude.
All right, love you, man.
Love you too. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, and then all right. So.